Hey, how's it going? This is your coach, Trevor Bucheri. Hope you guys are just doing great today. And I'm pumped. Mindset Day, love Mindset Day, because I get to talk to you about, goal setting today. I love talking about goal setting. And I know you've heard several variations of goal setting, from me already. And I know that there's hundreds and thousands of different other goal setting systems and processes or methods or whatever you want to call it out there. But today I want to talk about goal setting made simple. And the reason why I throw so many different variations and ideas out there is because it needs to be something that resonates with you. It needs to be something that resonates with me, for our situation. What are we going to use when? What makes sense? Hey, I've only got a couple minutes. What can I do? I really want to focus on this, or I want to create a ritual, or whatever it may be. But all of us have goals. And it's like, okay, well, what system are we going to put them into to help us measure them, to revisit them, and so on and so forth? So again, this is called goal setting made simple, and it's based on the main question of what do you want to be, do, and have in each area of your life here. So it's based upon the 7 areas of life. So that's the main foundational question we're going to be digging into is the be, do, and have. What do you want to be, do, and have in each area of life? So when we're talking about goal setting made simple, we're talking about actually breaking our goals down into each particular area of life. All right, so we're talking the 7 areas real quick here, just to give a recap on these, say your spiritual goals, your mental goals, or mindset, or your personal development, mindfulness, whatever you like to call that, your financial goals, your family goals, your work goals, social, physical. All right. So again, when we're talking about spirituality, we're talking about whatever your interpretation of that is, whether you have a belief in God or you don't, but what is your spirituality? Okay. That's that area we're talking about there. The mental area is really talking about however you perceive that in terms of, are you confident mentally? Is that something you'd like to expand upon? Would you love to dig into your personal development? Do you find yourself, thinking glass is half empty many times, and you'd like to actually learn how to look at it more as half full? That type of thing. Your mindfulness, your tranquility, that area. Finance is pretty obvious. Family is obvious. I'd say your relationship with the ones that are most proximal to you, the ones your blood relatives, and then your closest friends. You could say as well that our family as well. Work. What do you want to be, do, and have? Right. That's what we're talking about. Social. That particular area. Of course, we know that is your not only your social within your say work dynamic, but also your social outside of that as well. And then, of course, our physical body goals. So that was just a quick run through just of the 7 areas, because we're just going to need those as we take this question. What do we want to be, do, and have in each of these areas? And that's where we're going right now. So this is really the exercise. Now that we kind of have that brush up and that quick background, the great thing about this is goal setting made simple is we can do this on the fly. We can completely do this on the fly and completely have a self check-in as long as we remember the 7 areas of life, because it's what do I want to be, do, and have spiritually? What do I want to be, do, and have for my mind? Okay, so let's talk about this really quickly. So what do I want to be spiritually? Okay, so and just to throw out a couple different examples, I want to feel like I'm connected to my purpose. I want to feel like I'm living purposefully, and I'm feeling awesome about what I'm doing. And I feel that, by if I'm feeling amazing about what I'm doing and the path that I'm going, then I feel that I'm connected to what I'm here for. I feel that I'm connected to my purpose. That's what I'd like to be. Here's what I would like. What would you like to do? What would I like to do spiritually? And here's a great example. I'm not really exactly sure right now what I'd like to do spiritually. I'd like to continue to kind of follow that feeling, and if something feels off in terms of what I'm supposed to be doing, or what I'm meant to be doing, or kind of where I'm being led, or whatever your belief may be, then I want to get back on that path. I want to stay on that path. That's what I'd like to do. And what would I like to have spiritually? I'd like to have, a relationship, a relationship with my beliefs, or I'd like to have a better relationship. I'd like to have a better understanding, of where we came from, or whatever it may be for you, or a better relationship with God, however you want to call it. So that's kind of how that would answer right there. And a lot of times there's going to be conflict with that, in terms of, well, every one of us has different beliefs, and whose beliefs are more important important? Well, the answer is all of our beliefs are just as important. So whatever it is for you, and these are really private exercises in terms of so we can really focus truthfully, what do we want to be, do, and have in each of these particular areas? That way we can kind of go out and really live towards that path. And if we know we say we want to be, do, and have a certain particular way, as we're walking through life, we're going to be, going through several different experiences, and we're going to say, wow, how does that feel? Does that feel right? No, because I want to be, do, and have this in this particular area, and this is a little bit off. And we'll actually calibrate, and we'll also like self-adjust more or less, which is really cool. So let's talk about mind. So again, this is really talking about, I'm just using mind as the fraction here of like, this is our mental area of our life. What do we want to be mentally? How do we want our mindset to be? What do we want that to be like? Okay. I want to be informed. I want to be educated. That's what I want to be. I want to be, a person who reads every single day, who's really dedicated to that and dedicated towards, increasing my know-how in my areas, in my areas of concentration, let's just say. Okay. What do I want to do? For my mindset, what do I want to do? I want to practice a ritual every single day where I meditate. I want to meditate every single day. And, I'd like to start teaching, mindset or whatever it may be, whatever you'd like to do. I'd like to, start working on my self-confidence. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to really start dedicating in digging into that and how I can actually increase that or whatever it may be. And what would I like to have? Maybe I'd like to have more confidence. I'd like to have, a greater collection of books. I'd like to have, more people around me who are, say interested in working on themselves, their mindset and their mind development or whatever it may be. But you get the idea. And the reason I'm trying to go off on tangents and give kind of a variety is because everyone's answers are going to be different. And what we're really interested in and what is more important to us is going to vary from different people to different people. But the whole point is that no answer is wrong. This is really a roadmap for you, individually, roadmap for you. When it goes into finance, what do you want to be financially? What do you want to do financially? And what would you like to have financially? So what would you like to be? Would you like to be financially independent? What would you like to do? I would love to, me personally, I want to buy my dad a 1956 Ford Thunderbird. Convertible. That's something I'd like to do. That just came in my mind. What would you like to have? I'd like to have X, financially, whatever it may be, whether it's savings or material or whatever it may be for you. What are your goals? That's what this is about. Family, what do you want to be, do, and have? I want to be a great leader to my kids. I want to be an amazing husband to my wife. And, I want to be a person who's open to criticism. I want to be a person who listens and not just talks. Here's what I want to, do with my family. I want to, and this can be, big picture, small picture, wherever you're at that particular time. And this is an exercise that you can go through several different times, and even really on the daily as a personal check-in. What do I want this? What do I want for this area, this area, this area? Depends on how you want to apply it to your own life. What do I want to do with my family? Because this could be long picture. I want to, this could be like, hey, I want to take them to Disney this year, or I'd like to, surprise them with X. What do I want to have with my family? I want to have a home where everyone is always welcome. When they know they're not judged, they know that they're loved, and they're always welcome here. Just so I have an open door, with say my kids and my wife, and there's no secrets, and there's honesty and transparency and acceptance and love, or whatever it may be for you. Same with work. What do you want to be, do, and have in your work? What do you want to be? I want to be a leader in my industry. What do I want to do? I want to lead the charge, or I want to get this new job or increase that. And what do I want to have? I want to have an income that allows X. What do I want to be socially? What do I want to be socially? I want to be confident socially, because I don't feel like I have that right now. I want to be comfortable, socially when I'm out there, so I don't have to think about, myself and do I sound, unprepared? Do I sound stupid, or do I look fat, or are people looking at me, or whatever it may be, right? What do I want to do socially? You know what I want to do? I want to start public speaking. I want to start talking about this. I have a huge conviction and passion for this, and I want to get on the stage and I want to speak about this. That's what I want to do. And what do you want to have socially? Maybe it's confidence. What is it for you? And then physically, what do you want to be physically? I want to be a master of my own temple. I want to be, someone who honors my body. That's what I would like to be. What do I want to do? I want to do, what do I want to do is I want to have a daily ritual of exercise, and I want to have a daily ritual of food to make sure that I'm making, that I'm giving back to my body, so that I can enable, myself to do what I want to do. That's how I look at it. I look at it as, the more on I am with my exercise and my nutrition, the more I'm enabling my body to enable my desires. You know what I mean? It's almost like my vessel is prepared. It's ready to go. I'm rocket fueled. I'm kind of like hyped up and I'm kind of, firing on all cylinders type thing. So whatever my goals are beyond that, all these other ones, call it social, work, family, finance, mind, spiritual, working backwards. All those other ones are better enabled because of the fact that my vessel is prepared to tackle them, if that makes sense. So that's how I look at it right there. So there it is. And I hope you got a ton out of this. Mainly the exercise is this. What do you want to be, do, and have? And then it's spiritually, mentally, finance, family, work, social, and physical. Take this, utilize this. I'd love your feedback on this. And this is, again, one of those things that I actually do on the fly now is I'm just like, okay, I need a little bit of boost here. I need a little bit of, I'm losing a little bit of focus here. I'm kind of distracted, or I'm down, I'm kind of off my game. These are different tools that I use to bring my game back up, to bring the inspiration back, and to really show me the why behind it. I mean, even going through and teaching it here today was awesome, because the examples that I was giving in several circumstances were mine, and several they weren't, just so I could give variety, but several of them were mine. And I actually got a couple findings today too. So it's really cool to see that, and I hope you get a ton of use out of it. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Coach Trev Bucheri here. You have an incredible rest of your day. Take care.